Hello and welcome to another video. This is CraftyRia, and guess what? Yep, you got it. I'm recycling a Christmas card, and I'm going to make this card into a shaker card. Since it's a glass jar, I thought it would be really cool to make it into a shaker card to have the snow shake around inside. My last video, I made this shaker card out of a snow globe card, and I thought it came out really cute. And you can shake it around and it has the snow. It has a little reindeer in there and it came out really cute. Go ahead and check that other video out if you haven't already. So this one's going to be just a little bit different. With this card, I put the base of the card down and had to cut out a frame. This card already has a frame built in. This green part around here is going to be the frame and the rim, or the jar lid, I would say. And then the glass part is going to be the background. So first of all, what we're going to do is what we always start with. Well, first let me show you what I'm going to be using. My normal tools, my scissors. This time I have a craft knife and a craft mat. This is just a Fisker's self-healing mat. I have my tray of goodies here. I have some snowflakes, kind of really pretty, almost holographic. I have some glitter. I have some little clear glass beads and some chunky glitter. I might just be using this in it, but we'll see how I feel when we get there. Another great thing to use in your shaker cards are sequins. I just haven't been to the store to get any. But sequins are really popular right now and they are perfect for shaker cards. I'll have to check the Dollar Tree out and see if they have them. I have a card base, and this one is 5.5 by 4 inches, which seems to go pretty good for this card. I'll have to trim off a little bit from the bottom, but that's okay. I have some tape adhesive. You'll want some sort of a tape adhesive for this project. You can use wet glue for some projects, but this one I did definitely recommend tape, double-sided tape. I have a clear piece. This is just from a page protector that you can get in any office supply store. You can also use the backing from your stickers once they're used, that the clear acetate, or anything that has a clear acetate packaging you can use. And then double-sided foam tape. This is Duck brand. I've had it a really long time, and it is pretty thick. You'll want it to be thicker than like the Dollar Tree kind because you're going to want the stuff to move around inside. Normally I use the really thin Dollar Tree stuff but for my cards to add dimension, but for shaker cards this thicker stuff works perfectly. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and cut the back off of this card first. And I want to keep as much of this green front as I can, so I will cut it as close to that fold in the card as I can. And while I have this here, I'm going to go ahead and cut the inside out, the sentiment, and I will use that for the inside of the card. So there we have the sentiment cut out, ready for the inside. I'll set that aside. And I'm going to have to cut this card down to 5.5 because it's already, I think, perfectly at the 4-inch mark here. Yes, so I'm going to have to cut it down to 5.5. I will be cutting out this part, and the base is going to be part of the top. So I'm going to cut this bottom part off. And see if I can get it to measure 5.5 exactly. Let's see what it looks like at 5.5. I might have to take a sliver off the top just to preserve enough of this bottom. So let me measure it this way to 5.5, and it's going to take just a little bit off the top. There we go. So that fits on that card base perfectly. And there's enough room all the way around to make the shaker part. Now I want to make the outside of this card is going to be the frame, and the glass part is going to be the background. So I need to use my craft knife and cut around this card. So I'm just going to carefully put it on my mat and just cut around it. I kind of want to err on the side of cutting on this green side. It's okay to leave a little green border. And then I will be cutting, this is going to stay on the outside of the card. So I will be cutting this way here. Now I don't make shaker cards that often, so this is kind of an experiment, and if it doesn't work out, maybe I won't publish this video. We'll see. So if this video gets published, then obviously you know it worked out. Now I have to make a decision here. Do I want this? I think I might want that as part of the background or the foreground. I have to think about it, because it doesn't leave me much room here to make a border. All right, I'm going to cut down through here. There. I had to think about that. So this will be the background, and then this is going to be the top of the shaker. So in order to get this to mat on the card perfectly, we're going to have to do a little bit of a trick. First of all, I have a little rough spot here, and I want to use my scissor and cut that little piece off because it doesn't look so good. So I'm going to take this like this, and I am going to take a piece of tape. Let me go. I'm going to tape this to the front, just like that, with just a little piece of low-tack tape. This is actually medical tape, but it'll come off pretty good. And then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put adhesive just on this inside part. That way when I adhere it to the card, it will line up exactly where I want it. And I only want the tape on that inside part for right now. Put my card here, make sure it's opening the right way, and I'm going to place this on perfectly on the front and push down that inside piece. Then I will carefully remove this tape. You can use washi tape as well, I just didn't have any within reach. And then I will take that piece off. So then this part is adhered perfectly to the card, and then when I stick this part on, it will be just like that. So then what I'm going to do is take this clear acetate. I'm going to cut it down so it's a little smaller than this piece. It's hard to see because it's clear on the screen, but it is just a little bit smaller than that piece. Then I will take my tape, and this is important to use tape. You can use liquid adhesive for all the other stuff, but for this, if you use liquid adhesive, it will slide all over the place. So it's important to use tape, and make sure you get tape all the way around your frame. You don't want to miss any spots of tape. Okay. And then just place your clear plastic right on top of that to totally cover the hole. Okay, so that's how it will be. And then you have your double-sided tape or foam tape. You can either apply it, in this case, since it's going all the way around, I'm going to go ahead and apply it to here, just because it's a firmer base and it's just a little bit easier. And I'm going to cut it in half, each strip. It's very sticky, so it really does stick to the scissors. So you kind of got to be careful. And you want each piece to touch each other. Because you don't want any of the shaker stuff to seep out the sides. And before I peel off the backing, I'm going to go ahead and put down my goodies. Now normally I would probably put some glue on the back, and if I was doing sequins or something, stick some on the back, but this already has a lot of glitter on it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's already flocked and glittered, so I will leave it like that. I will take some of this snow and put some in. I went a little crazy on the last card, so I don't want to put too much in this time. I think I'll do a little bit of this thick silver glitter. And we'll leave this at that. Okay. And then I will go ahead and peel off all of this backing. You want to put the backing, take the backing off last, so that way none of this stuff you're putting on the inside will stick to your foam tape. Then I'm going to take the front of this. First of all, I will wipe off the back in case there's any fingerprints on the back. And I will line it up on here as best I can and stick it down. I'm going to press it down really good to make sure it makes good contact with that tape. Give it a shake. A lot of that stuck in the middle there. There we go. And there we go. We have a shaker card. And this time I did not overdo it with the glitter. It settles to the bottom and then you can shake it up and have the snow going around. So it looks like a glass jar with the snow. Okay, and then I'm going to matte the sentiment on the inside, and I think that's too bright of a green, but I think this will work really good. I think it matches perfectly. If you hear noises, my husband's taking the dog out before bedtime. It's late at night here. Well, maybe not very late. Late for him, early for me. If I had my way, I would go to bed at midnight and sleep till 8 every day. That's just my schedule. If you hear clunking, it's because he's putting away the bird feeder, and it's right outside my window. My craft window is right over there, and it's right outside there. We have to put our bird feeder away at night because the raccoons get into them at night. And we know this because we watch, well, first of all, it'll be on the floor in the morning, and all the bird seed will be gone, but our Ring camera will catch it, so... All right, and it's pretty funny to see the raccoons running around our front porch. So there we have it. Now I did not cut this, or I did not set this on here perfectly even, so I can take my scissor and just cut off some of this white backing that is behind that. I'm cutting the back of the card. Well, not the back of the card, the back of the front of the card. There, just to even it up a little bit. It's handmade, so the recipient would know that it's not going to be perfect. All right, let me see if I want to put anything else on it. Maybe something like this on the top, because just to kind of hide some of that, it's not perfect up there. So let me put that on the top, that little bow. I kind of like it. I have some of these snowflakes. I don't know if I want to add any to the outside. Let me see. I think these green ones would look really pretty. I can add one, see if there's any gaps in my card. There's a little gap here, so I'm going to add one there to just kind of cover that gap. And I'll add one in the corner up there, and I'll probably have to put one down here to balance it. So I have some of those snowflakes on it just to kind of balance it a little bit, so you don't see so much white in the background showing. There we go. So that's all done. There you go. You have an easy peasy shaker card from a recycled Christmas card. So if you go through all your old Christmas cards, and if any of them are a snow globe or like a glass jar, or really any like snowy scene, you could make your own snow globe card out of them. So don't forget to check out the other video for this card, and thank you for watching the video for this one. If you have any requests, would like to see some sort of a technique or anything like that, just leave me a comment below. I'll do my best to get it on here. Shaker cards was a request from one of my viewers, so I wanted to go ahead and get these cards made, and I really love how they turned out. I'm really happy. You guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button down in the corner. I would really appreciate it. Please give this a thumbs up if you like it, and leave me a comment below, and I will catch you on the next video. But meanwhile, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye.